Hello, welcome my friends. Welcome to our data focus channel. Today I want to show you one of the most simplest charts in Power BI or in any other data visualization tool, and that's the horizontal stacked bar chart. Okay, whenever you used Excel or any other visualization tool like Power BI or Tableau, you probably came across a bar chart, right? But in Power BI specifically, you have a very simple distinction, right? You have the horizontal bar chart that it calls stacked bar chart, and you also have the vertical bar chart. So when can you use one over the other? I want to show you a best use that in my experience I learned is very good for using the horizontal one. So stay with me until the end. Promise you won't regret it. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please remember to do that and leave your thumbs up so we can always bring great content for you here on YouTube. Let's go. Okay, so stacked bar chart. So as I mentioned, like you came across this, right? This is the most basic form of data visualization. It's a simple bar chart, right? So let's say, for example, let me delete this chart. And let's say, for example, you want to show total sales by category, right? So I have here total sales. So let me click on that. And let me change that to this first option. That's the stacked bar chart. And let me make this a little bit bigger. So as you can see, it only created like one single horizontal bar chart with a total of $2.2 million. And that's the global total sales for all products, all categories, all subcategories. But if I want to break that down, and let's for a moment just use the vertical bar chart. This one, it's not what I want to do. So let's select category, for example, category for the x-axis. So as you can see, I only have 3 categories of products, and it works fine, right? Because I only have 3 categories, and the legend for the names, they fit perfectly on the screen. So I have technology, furniture, office supplies, and it's great, right? So maybe this chart is all you need to represent the total sales by category. But let's say, for example, you want to show the total sales by product and not categories. So let me show you what happens then. Oh my goodness. You see? So whenever you have a category or a subcategory with multiple categories or multiple names, multiple products like this, and the actual name of the category is long or is a string or is a text, right? Do not use the vertical bar chart because it just creates a terrible experience for the user. As you can see, the person needs to tilt their head in order to read what's being written here, what each category represents. And it's just crazy, right? It's just a bad experience. It's a bad data visualization. So in order to make that a better experience for the user, you just use the horizontal bar chart. You see? So it's so much easier because you have the text on the horizontal axis. You still have the bar, so you can easily compare one product against the other to see. In this case, it's sorted by the top one in total sales, and you can easily see and compare which products are selling more over the others. And now for the stacked portion, when do you use the stacked? That's when you want to see not only the total for one product against the other, but you also want to see inside that one product, what does compose the total sales for that one product. For example, I have one thing here called region, right? These are total sales for the US. So if I drag region into legend for this chart, I can see that I can still see the total, right? The end portion here of the bar is still the total sales for this one product, this Canon image, whatever this is. But now that the legend color is breaking that down for different regions into the US. So I can basically see and have 2 levels of comparison. I can have a comparison between products or between categories. And within that product, I can see what composes the total. So I can see, for example, the high-speed automatic electric ladder opener here, this guy, it was only sold in 2 different regions, right? And with the West region overselling the Central region by a lot. So this gives me information, right? But I can also see that these high-speed automatic electric ladder oversold Lexmark, monochrome laser, or whatever, right? So we can compare different categories of products. We can also compare within that one product, different subcategories or different other variables that compose that total. One thing I like to do with this chart is to, let me bring in the format options in here. Let me add, you can see you can add the data labels. I don't highly recommend using that for stacked bar charts or for other types of charts that have so many breakdowns, right? Because it overpopulates your chart with information. That might work well if you have like just a bunch of categories. In this case, we only have like 4 different regions for each product, but still, it's kind of daunting to see this much information into one visualization. So it might not work very well in most of the cases. So I'll just turn this off for now. But I do like to show, the totals, and just the totals, because the colors and the little bars inside, they are very easy to read and compare them against themselves. So I can easily see that East for this product, for example, it's the region that least sold that product overall. So for the total labels, I'll actually increase the font size a little bit. And for the, now that I'm showing the total labels in here, I actually don't need this axis, right? Because that's kind of redundant. So I'm gonna go into the y-axis, the one, nope, the y-axis, it's the x-axis. Let me turn off values and title. There we go. It's kind of cleaner. Always avoid to have like redundant information in your charts. Try to be as objective and as clean as possible. It just gives the user the best experience. For the y-axis, let me actually increase this maximum width a little bit so I can see more of the string for each product, so I can see the full name of each product. I can expand the chart. So there you go. It's a very simple chart, but there are a few best use cases that I just told you about. For example, if you want to show the bar chart over time, right, how your product sold over time, then I don't recommend using the horizontal one, because then your time would be going from top to bottom. And that's kind of not how we read time information, right? We always look from left to right. Then the vertical chart would be the best option in that. So very, very simple, very straightforward. In my experience, that has been the case for the use of horizontal bar charts whenever I'm trying to compare categories that use a long string of text, or it's just to avoid that bad experience of the user having to tilt their head in order to read the chart. You know what I mean? So I hope you liked the video. If so, just leave your thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And if there are any other charts within Power BI or Tableau or Excel you want me to explore with you, so we can always bring you great content here. See you next time.